Campus Insight.
Your campus.
Your voice.
Your insights.
Subscribe.
Welcome to Campus Vibes from Campus Insight. Behind every vibrant student's body leadership is a leadership that listens, that push for progress. Today, we sit down with the current SRC president to talk about leadership, the realities of presenting thousands of students, and the bold vision shaping the future of campus. Emmanuel Ejei Sowa isn't a novice at leadership, as he has risen through enviable ranks and now sits on the seat as the first gentleman of Koforidua Technical University. My name is Celestina Didipe. We'll move straight to our president as we have a tete-a-tete with him. Welcome, sir.
Thank you so much for having me.
How has office been so far?
Lots of pressure, but I can't complain. I campaign for the pressure, so I'll be fine.
Are you settling in well?
Yes, I am.
Okay. Secondly, I would want to ask, what has been the biggest challenges facing KTU students right now that have been reported repeatedly to your office?
Yes, so I think the biggest problem has to do with space when it has to do with classrooms and then our washrooms. And these are the two major issues. We have a huge number considering the high admission that took place for our current first years, and is what is driving the lack of space for students.
Okay, and how is that? How are you handling that?
Yeah, so measures has been put in place. I've engaged the necessary bodies, the necessary stakeholders, like the vice chancellor of the school. So one of the major events that has taken place is that 600 new chairs has been procured for the SGS area. The IGF project that management is currently building. So we have new 600 chairs to help with the space. And then the new block also will also be launched soon, where it will also ease pressure on the already existing classrooms that we have here on campus.
Oh, that's very nice. Also, students come with so many requests. So what has been the most popular request you have received, and how are you dealing with it?
Yeah, so clearly, I didn't expect that there will be so much requests, especially in certain areas that has been coming. Say, students want their fees to be paid. Students want money to support them in terms of hostels, in terms of their feeding. We have other denominational that also comes with support from their churches.
Okay.
So all in all, the request largely has been based on financial support, whether it has to do with fees, hostel, feeding, or any other stuff. So right now, the challenge I'm facing has to do with everybody coming to you for you to solve their financial problems.
Okay. And every terrain has its own misconceptions. So what is one of the biggest misconception about SRC, and how do you alleviate that misconception from the minds of the student body?
I think the biggest one, of course, I don't blame the students, is that the moment you become an SRC president, you change. And for them, the change is a bad change, because students are still expecting that before they voted for you, you were very close to them, you were engaging them and all those stuff. The moment you become SRC president, it looks like you don't know them again. You don't visit them as often as you do, or you don't go to their hostels as often as you do. And that is, I will not say it's a misconception, it's a truth, or it's a reality in a way. What I can say is that it is not necessarily true, because again, it's a misconception that the moment you become SRC president, you forget about the same people who put you there. Honestly, the work on you, the moment you become an SRC executive or a president, is the mandate of the students that has been given to you, is to look out for their welfare. And of course, you have to listen to them first, and also to, in a way, make their bidding for them. So there are a lot of things you are supposed to do for the students, which you don't necessarily have to engage the students. You have to engage management, you have to engage council, you have to engage HODs, you have to engage dean of students, and that is where the challenge is. Okay, so it means that the focus has now changed. When you were campaigning to become the SRC president, you need the students to vote for you. Then when you become the SRC president, you are supposed to serve the students' body. Now, in your quest to serve them, let me give you an example. There are close to 10 boards that I sit on. And there are some of the boards I don't even get to sit on. I have to nominate some of the SRS executives to sit on. And you are moving from one meeting to another, and still combining it with curriculum activities like academics. And you are still supposed to make time for students, which of course, every day I have students trooping into my office and making one request or the other. I also take it out of my way to engage with students. But the honest truth is that the engagement with the students' body, as compared to when I was campaigning and now that I'm with the president, has drastically reduced, and it's because of the reasons that I've clearly mentioned.
Okay, that being said, are you considering recording a day in your life so that they get to see your day-to-day activities? Then maybe they will know that, oh, it's not that he's ignoring us or he doesn't have time for us, but he's also working for the betterment of all of us.
Yes, I think that is a good idea. Honestly, I've not considered it, but thank you for bringing that idea to me. What we intend doing is to engage the students on activities and the progress and the challenges we are facing. I think adding a daily activities where you record them and the students are previewed that will also go a long way to help the students and to understand the position in which you are, and which for that reason make it very difficult to give the same level of attention when you were campaigning to them now that you are the president.
Okay, you did mention that most students came to you directly for financial assistance. Per the notes on campus, there are some resources allocation to students and all that, but they think it will come directly from you. So my question is, have you, created a committee to direct students that come as to how to access some of these resources? Because there is a financial aid, there is student loan, so that you educate them and all that, to for them to know that, oh, I do not really have what you want, but this is the avenues you can go to. Have you told them about how to access those resources and educated them on it?
Yes, so clearly there are respective offices for specific tasks. And let me just mention a few.
Okay.
So the welfare officer and the public relation officer sit at the financial aid board, where students who need financial assistance, when they are able to meet the requirements for application, they are supposed to get a 3.5 GPA and above for you to get the financial aid. So there's the health and welfare officer, and then the PRO who sits at that board. And then we also have the Junut ambassador who championing the students' loan. So anytime you are faced with such challenges, you are directed to these offices.
Okay.
Their offices has also clearly communicated to students that anytime you are found with such problems, you can easily walk into their office. Again, for students who lose their sponsor or their parents or are engaged in any form of accident, there's an insurance claim that we also process for them, and it goes directly through the health and welfare officer, where you can easily make these claims. For students who also have problems in respect to food, then you also see the food bank chair. As it stands now, we have not stocked our food bank, but in the future we'll have the food bank stock where students who also have problems in terms of feeding can equally access this food stuff that the SRC will eventually have.
Okay, stepping on calmer waters, let's move on to the forthcoming Aquaba Week celebration. What is the overall vision behind the 2026 Aquaba Festival?
Yes, Aquaba Festival is an annual festival that the SRC embarks on. So, from the theme, engaging fresh mind, inspiring greatness, is what we have themed this whole Aquaba Week celebration. So that because the week celebration is supposed to properly welcome students just after matriculation, we inspire these students to greatness, telling them that the fact that you are in the first year does not limit you in any way, and greatness can be achieved. Again, this is an extracurriculum activities which is a necessity for students, where after all the academic processes that you've been through since you became a student on campus, you are given a whole week to actually sit back, refresh, and have some fun whilst you prepare for mid-sem and exams that will follow just after the week celebration.
Campus Insight.
Your campus.
Your voice, your insights.
Subscribe.